What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Proper MMA. This weekend we got UFC 306 at the Sphere in Las Vegas, and to be honest, oh my gosh, I'm a little disappointed for this card only because at first, I honestly I was under the stupid illusion that maybe like Taporia Max Holloway would also happen, but I know that's probably like a real casual take, but. I just thought this card would be a little bit bigger than what it was. I know Dana was talking about like this being the biggest card or the biggest sports spectacle of all time, and maybe he means because it's in the Sphere, but I don't know. I mean, sure, you got Merab versus O'Malley, and Alexa Grasso versus Shevchenko, but I don't know. I just feel like for this to be I just feel like this could have been a more monumental card. Maybe they could have got like Alex Pereira to freaking save the day again, but I don't know. So like honestly, like this video, I'm only gonna go over like maybe the three final fights of the card, just because, like I said, it's not as big as it could be, and I almost feel bad because like when they first like released the tickets and stuff for this event, they were all the way up to like $3,000-4,000 for nosebleeds. I think that was an attempt for like Dana White to try to make some of the money back that they're probably gonna lose, in terms of like how much money they put into it. Because I was hearing something like they put in like 20 million in their production just for the Sphere. So that explains like why the tickets were so expensive at first. But if you look now, like the tickets have dropped by like a significant amount. And I think that's because they realized we're probably not gonna fill out the seats if we're charging this much. But I'm intrigued to see what they do with it. I was hearing like they're gonna do like the history of fighting in Mexico throughout the whole night. Like in between fights, they're gonna show different videos where they display the history of fighting in Mexico. And sure, that sounds cool. I know Dana even has like the incentive of like having Easter eggs in it, and the first fighter or the first fan who finds like all the Easter eggs probably gonna get well, he said $25,000, but I don't know how they're gonna confirm that, because that I just feel like that doesn't make any sense. Like, how are they gonna know who gets the first Easter eggs? You gotta tag them after each one you find, maybe. But I mean, there's some incentive to watch it. Like, I'm sure the spectacle will be nice. I'm sure like it'll be crazy being in this Sphere, but I just feel like they should have. Man. Then again, it's easy for me to say, like, sitting from from an outside point of view, they should have done this, should have done that. But I just feel like being in the UFC, I feel like they could have put on a way bigger. You see what they're doing next month in October for Saudi Arabia. Like, they got a stupid card for them, and it's like, why can't they do that for an American card? But, I'll just get into it pretty much. First fight that I'm going to be going over is Diego Lopes versus Bryan Ortega. And this is one that I talked about last. I don't remember which card it was. It was like 2 cards ago. The fight was supposed to happen, but we obviously had Bryan Ortega pull out like literal hours before the fight even happened. So he ended up fighting Dan Ige, and that was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty good fight, especially for it being put together so last minute. So we'll see how this fight goes this time around. Like, hopefully both of them are a lot more prepared, especially Diego Lopes. Like, he might have a better gas tank because he didn't have to cut weight or make weight 2 different times, and then I feel like that might have played into his gas tank, because towards the end of the fight with Dan Ige, he was gassing a bit, and that could play a factor into this, because we saw Bryan Ortega last with Yair Rodriguez when they were in Mexico City. He was outpacing him, especially towards the end of the fight. He definitely looked like he had more in the gas tank. So I wonder if he'll be able to outlast Diego Lopes's initial flurry of punches. Because that seems to be what's going to be carrying Diego Lopes, is his aggression early on, especially because he has that knockout power. He has real good submission game, but in terms of his gas tank, last time we see him go all out a 3-rounder, he was definitely fading towards the end of it. So we'll see how Bryan Ortega is able to handle that, especially because Like I said, he did so well against Yair Rodriguez in elevation. But yeah, I got a feeling. I have a strange feeling like either he's gonna outpoint him and get the decision, or he's gonna find some way to get a submission on him. And so I have a feeling Bryan Ortega is gonna win. As much as I want Diego Lopes to win, I feel like that fight with Ilia Topuria would be amazing. But I just feel like because of his activity, he might be stepping in a little bit too soon. But we'll see what happens. You know, I got Bryan Ortega winning that one. I have a feeling he's gonna win it by decision. And then the next fight of the night, we got Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso, which I'm actually really looking forward to this fight more than I thought I would, to be honest. But something like I just have a feeling because of like how the situation's set up, like it being Mexican Independence Day at the Sphere, and her being a Mexican champion, I feel like that's kind of setting up for her to win a decision. If it goes all 5 rounds, I feel like they're gonna give it to her regardless of, like, you know, we saw what happened last time. So we'll see. I have a feeling like Shevchenko's gonna come in here a bit differently than she did last time. I think her approach will be a little bit more I don't know if it'll be more like wrestling heavy or what it'll be, but I have a feeling she's gonna have a different approach to this, especially because of how close it was last time. She's gonna make sure, like, hey, I'm looking to finish this, because I'm pretty sure she has an idea too that if it goes to decision, she might not walk out on top. And I feel like with that mentality, Shevchenko might come out more aggressive, more than we've seen her in her last few fights. Definitely, I can see her getting a TKO around 3 or 4, especially as they start to slow down and get a little bit more tired. I can see Shevchenko, like, I can see her finding success on the feet and getting like a TKO. But man, like, I don't know what it is about this fight. I don't know if it's because they've already fought 2 times and like this is the real like score settler. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this fight and like just the display of MMA that these two are gonna show, because I know they're both at the top of women's MMA, so I'm really looking forward to it. But I feel like this time around we're gonna see Shevchenko get it done by TKO. I have a feeling round 3 or 4, one of the two. All right, and then the last fight of the night, we have Merab Dvalishvili versus Sean O'Malley. And oh my gosh, for a long time I was saying like Merab is Sean O'Malley's nightmare matchup. Like, it didn't matter if he got the belt off of Aljo and if he beat Cheeto, because once he finally fights Merab, he's gonna lose. But now I'm kind of starting to lean the other way, just because I see all the controversy with Merab, with his eye being cut open, his freaking staph infection on his arm, and like just stuff like that. And I'm like, man, is this dude even taking this seriously? Or is he trying to be another like social media superstar? Because like it seems that's all he really cares about is like getting likes and views and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going to happen in this fight. Like, especially with the staff and stuff, I don't know if his gas tank is... Because what's Merab without his gas tank? I don't know how well it's going to last with all the antibiotics and stuff, like, he has to be on for him to, like, be eligible to fight. I don't know what's going to... And, like, he's rocked in almost all the fights he fights. He gets rocked in some way. So and if he gets rocked against O'Malley's just gonna snipe at him like from the outside. He's not gonna give him a chance to recover. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I feel like O'Malley's gonna win this. I don't know if like he's gonna start timing Merab's takedowns, and one time he shoots, he's gonna catch him with that knee he got Cheeto with, and he's just gonna put Merab down. I got a feeling that's gonna happen. I mean, Merab's only path to victory, I feel, is if he just grinds out a decision for all 5 rounds, like dominates him, full control time, like doesn't let him breathe. But the odds of that happening, I feel, are extremely low, just because we've seen O'Malley with like a grappler like Aljo and like even Petr Yan, who's a really good grappler. O'Malley did really well against, you know, and Yan has really good striking as well, and Merab doesn't. So that's why as much as I really wanted Merab to win at first, I kind of see O'Malley beating him. Yeah, I see him knocking him out. He's going to be the first one to knock him out, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I see him knocking him out within the first 2 rounds, and I feel like he's going to be a long reigning bantamweight champion just because, like, there's not much for him to fight afterwards. Like, he could fight Umar, maybe Figgy, but I feel like he's going to be a long reigning bantamweight champion, and I feel like by the end of his reign, he's going to be just talked about as like the bantamweight GOAT. But we'll see what happens, you know. That's going to do it for this video. Drop a freaking comment, like, subscribe, share. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm looking forward to coming back to like seeing my like my picks now, just because like I'm kind of underplaying how good the Sphere is going to be. So maybe I'm hoping it's better than I'm anticipating, and I can come back and look at this video and be like, dang, I had no idea what I was talking about. But all I can do is hope, and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and until next time.